Today I will be scaling the top 30 One Piece characters, and which I worked with together with the help of my friend Omar. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Emu. Emu is the king of the world, which, as we've seen, takes a lot of power to become. Look at Roger, for instance, who was the actual king of the world, and he could possibly be immortal. It's just a theory, but we've had nothing but clues to prove so. Emo also has possible devil fruit powers, judging by how he shot an arrow-looking figure at Sabo. Emo also made even the likes of the five elders kneel to him, and it's confirmed that the five elders have speculatively mythical zones of some sort, judging by Sabo's infiltration in the empty throne where they transform into beast-like figures. Joy Boy. We don't have any feats, but he was said to be like Roger, a wanderer of the seas and had king-like qualities. He was also the owner of Zunisha, a very strong opponent, as we've seen when Zunisha knocked back Jack back in the Zo arc. We've been shown that people in the One Piece world who just wanted the season have king, quote unquote, king of the world like qualities are extremely strong. Again, proven by the fact that we have Roger and Shanks per se. Ryuma. Ryuma was called the world's greatest swordsman of his time, fought off local terrors, and had slayed a dragon rather effortlessly. Judging by all the swordsmen we've seen, and Mihawk, you have most definitely got to be one of the strongest in the world if you get the title of the world's greatest swordsman. Zebek. Zebek just helped himself to God Valley and had fought off pirates against the likes of the Roger pirates and the Marines. He actually had fought Roger and Prime Garp, and we've been shown Garp and Prime Roger are definitely sights to see and are definitely one of the strongest powerhouses in One Piece history. Whitebeard. Prime Whitebeard was said to be able to destroy the world, and Prime Whitebeard was called the world's strongest man. Prime Whitebeard also knew Advanced Conqueror's Haki, and Prime Whitebeard also had an extremely hacked devil fruit, that is, the Quake fruit. Whitebeard had fought Odin and won against Odin mid-diff, and Whitebeard had ended his duel in a stalemate against Roger after 3 days straight. Whitebeard also trained Marco and Ace, and old Whitebeard had fought and trained Ace, and we all know Ace and Marco are powerhouses, but let me not digress from Whitebeard. Whitebeard also destroyed Marineford. Whitebeard nearly cracked a man's skull with his devil fruit and raw strength alone. Whitebeard negated sheer magma alone, and magma from someone who was a master of controlling magma. Whitebeard also clashed with John Giant, having superior strength in a giant, and he had completely negated John Giant. Mentioning Emu again one last time, Emu was also maybe Joy Boy's enemy. And Joy Boy had also left the Pirate King treasure. And speculatively, honestly, based on what we debated, we'll go with the consensus that Joy Boy and Nika are the same people, because we didn't really debate this. Had Nika's powers mastered, so it could be possible Nika is Joy Boy. And Joy Boy is basically supposed to be the end of series Luffy. I feel like Nika and Joy Boy are different people, but we didn't debate this. That's not the point. That's for another topic. Ryuma is above Odin, and Whitebeard, as stated in the series, was the world's strongest man and swordsman in his time, and kept the world government off Wano, and had a great blade, which is also a black blade. So Ryuma definitely had top-tier Haki. Zebek is also Roger's greatest enemy. Prime Whitebeard is equal to Roger and was the world's strongest man. Whitebeard also held his own against Aokiji, tanked and got out of an ice ball attack, actually negated Aokiji's ice, tanked Kizaru's lasers, and Aikainu, a user of advanced armament and observation Haki. And Whitebeard held his own against the master of sheer magma, just sheer magma alone. What an absolute powerhouse. He tanked an attack from Aikainu as well, and he actually negated Aikainu with his devil fruit powers. He also negated Blackbeard with his devil fruit powers. Those are 4 powerhouses that he completely mid-diffed, and one of the world's strongest that he also completely mid-diffed. Roger was the kind of the was the kind of the world was the king of the world, was an expert swordsman, knew advanced conquerors hockey, fought Zebek and only in theory, maybe the other Zebek pirates. Fought Prime Garp regularly, fought Whitebeard for 3 days straight, low diffed Odin with just one attack that wasn't his strongest, and he fought Shiki. He also trained Shanks, a future powerhouse, and Roger's next generation. Kong. No feats other than him being a fleet admiral, but you definitely have to be one of the world's strongest to have such a position. Garp. Garp fought Zebek, fought Roger regularly, fought Shiki, so much so that Marineford had gotten nearly destroyed. Is the reason Don Chinjiao has a dent on his head, had sandbag ship training, trained Luffy and Ace when they were kids, trained Aokiji, can throw a cannonball with his hand, negated Marco, threatened to kill Aikainu, and has all three forms of hockey. Has advanced conquerors hockey, and he extreme diffed Aokiji. He definitely has advanced conquerors hockey because Galaxy Impact was definitely advanced conquerors hockey for sure. We have not seen something like that from Real. Well, we have, but not something that destroyed an entire town. Kaido was on the Rocks Pirates, fought Big Mom, fought undefeated at Prime Gecko Moria, took over Wano Kuni with Orochi, fought and defeated Odin, fought and defeated Yonko Commander 1s and Yonko Commander 2s, Luffy, Zoro, Yamato, Law, Kid, and Killer. Fought and defeated the Scabbards, knows all three forms of advanced hockey, tanks attacks from Odin, Gear 4 Snake Man and Bounce Man, Gear 5 attacks, tanks attacks from Zoro, Law, Kid, and Killer, tanks attacks from the Scabbards, can fly, has a devil fruit where he can breathe fire, has destroyed entire land masses, made a combined attack with Big Mom in his hybrid form, has yet another form other than his Eastern Dragon form, which is a hybrid form, and is currently tanking Magma since he was sent to the bottom of the planet alongside Big Mom, all the way into the core, as far as we're concerned. Dragon. He's also somebody that doesn't have a lot of feats, but he possibly has the power of water. We have nothing but clues that can show so, which is an insane feat in a world comprised of mostly water. Caused an entire storm in the East Blue, trained Sabo, stunned Sabo, knocked him unconscious, stopped Smoker, was trained by the Marines, only a theory, but possibly knows marksmanship and marine martial arts, since all Marines are trained in that. And since he actually gave revolutionaries guns, he knows observation hockey and armament hockey because he trained Sabo. So therefore, if Sabo has armament hockey and observation hockey, that means Draken has it too, because Draken trained Sabo. Mihawk has the title of the world's greatest swordsman, fought Shanks regularly, knows all three forms of hockey, to pass time killed a bunch of pirates, was a warlord at one point, almost killed Zoro despite not even trying at Marineford, fought Crocodile, Vista, and Jinbei with little to no effort, actually wanted to challenge Whitebeard, swang an air slash at Whitebeard, chopped up Buggy, almost cut Luffy's arm off, and trained Zoro for 2 years. Shanks was trained by Roger, fought Mihawk regularly, fought Who's Who, sacrificed an arm saving Luffy, knows all three forms of hockey, knows advanced conquerors hockey, fought Blackbeard at whichever point in time, fought an old Whitebeard, stopped Aikainu, stopped an entire war, stopped Kaido from going to Marineford, is prophesized as the one who can teach Shirahoshi how to control over the Sea Kings, stops Ryogoku, and actually paralyzes him. Because Shanks has remote hockey, which he, I believe, speculatively used on Whitebeard, and he has remote hockey that he used on Ryogoku. Big Mom is a member of the Four Kings in her prime, who is comparable to Roger and Whitebeard. She has no weaknesses, she got older, and is still considered a Yonko. And Yonko level are even equal to Kaido. And she has advanced hockey. She has a powerful devil fruit. She's a master swordsman. And everything she has is pretty broken. She has mental health problems, which could be a weakness, but when she faces top tiers, she's very skilled and combatant and very strategic as well. Shiki is a man who fought both Garp and Sengoku at once, mid-diff, and caused destruction to Marineford. He is a master of the two-sword style. He has two top-tier swords, can use sword attacks from his feet. He's known for his fleet and physical power. He's considered a rival and equal to Roger, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Garp, and more. He has a powerful fruit that allows him to extend fights for himself in anything except living beings and manipulate anything. He floats except living beings. He definitely has top tier advanced hockey, including Conquerors, and in his prime is a Pirate King level opponent. He is so strong that he can maybe go higher, so he's definitely above Kong. Shit said that Shiki and Whitebeard are the only ones who were equal to Roger. That's what it said. It is said that said so. Aikai Ainu knows advanced armament hockey and observation hockey, has the power of magma, a very hacked devil fruit, killed a Navy soldier, held his own against an old Whitebeard, clashed with Shanks, fought Ace, Jinbei, and Marco, and made them really struggle. He gave Luffy a scar as well. Blackbeard. Blackbeard doesn't need to sleep, fought one of the Roger pirates for 3 days straight, gave Shanks a scar, has a hacked devil fruit, the black hole fruit, fought and defeated Ace, fought and killed Whitebeard, held his own against Sengoku, defeated the remainder of the Whitebeard pirates, Marco and Izo per se, held Bonnie hostage, took over Pirate Island, and held Kobe and Hancock hostage. Aokiji was trained by Garp, has a Hack's Devil Fruit, can freeze the entire ocean and a sea monster, nearly killed some of the Straw Hat crew members, can make ice sabers and tridents, tanks attacks from a pre-time skip Luffy, tanks attacks from debris that was thrown by a pre-time skip Luffy, and he tanks attacks from an old Whitebeard and holds his own against an old Whitebeard. And Garp as well, an old Garp too, in an extreme diff. Like, his battle against Garp was an extreme diff. Rayleigh was on Roger's crew, stopped Marco, stopped the Sea King, held his own against Kizaru, knows all three forms of hockey and advanced armament hockey, trained Luffy for 2 years, stopped Blackbeard, and saved Hancock from Blackbeard. Sengoku is the former fleet admiral of Navy with a Buddha fruit, knows all three forms of hockey, and is considered a rival and equal to Garp, Whitebeard, Shiki, and Roger, and is so strong he could go above Blackbeard. Luffy is a Yonko with all three types of advanced hockey. He has the Nika fruit, which awakened, you can do anything you could possibly imagine with your body. He bested Kaido and can take out top tiers in a time limit, and is considered the new Nika / Joy Boy. Gorosei. The Gorosei are Eam's right-hand men, have mythical zones and transform into sea monsters, halted Sabo, set up King Cobra, didn't take Aikainu seriously, and Nasjuro could be a swordsman. Nasjuro has the Supreme Blade, and Gorosei should be above admirals because they have ruled for years, served as Emo's commanders, advisors, representatives, and guardians. Fujitora knows advanced observation, knows armament hockey, can summon a giant meteor, fought Doflamingo, Law, Luffy, Sabo, and the revolutionaries, and one of the greatest swordsmen in the world. He also has the gravity fruit, and he could be a possible future fleet admiral. Kizaru knows observation hockey and advanced armament hockey, stopped Apu, Drake, and Hawkins, stopped the Straw Hats, held his own against Rayleigh, kidnapped 300 pirates as an anger mechanism, held his own against Whitebeard, Ace, and Marco, and Gear 5th Luffy, and has a Hack's Devil Fruit, and one of the strongest devil fruits in the world. Kizaru is a Navy admiral with light fruit, swordsmanship, advanced hockey, and is a physical monster. Ryogoku was fearless against Fujitora, went 3 years without eating, and fought and defeated Momonosuke, Yamato, and the Scabbards. He was also able to withstand advanced Conqueror's hockey from Shanks. Green Bull is Green Bull fought and Green Bull fought and has an advanced forest fruit, which is, I don't remember the name, has hockey, swordsmanship, and is an admiral. He also went toe to toe with the Scabbards. Again, Garling, the leader of the world government, which is the last line of defense in the old age, champion of God Valley, possibly Shanks' father, but is his relative, possibly hurt Whitebeard, and even the Gorse Shay didn't want to mess with for Garland. And it's said that Omar tells me that Shanks only did Green Bull. Shanks was only able to paralyze Green Bull because he was off guard. I somewhat believe otherwise, but because if Shanks can already do Aikainu like that, I don't see how he can do somebody below Aikainu like that, such as Green Bull per se. But I do not want to digress. And Odin. Lastly, Odin. Odin was considered one of the world's greatest swordsmen, fought an injured Kaido, fought a prime Whitebeard, and was fearless against Roger. And that's everyone. Those are my top 30 strongest One Piece characters.